What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder. Deontay Wilder hints around and says that this fight is the last and final straw as I see it, says Deontay Wilder, as he hints that he could retire if he loses to Tyson Fury in the trilogy fight, and says he has been weeding out, of course, the snakes. But you know, he had a 5-year reign, 10 title defenses to his credit, but he feels that this is the last straw for him. He feels that if he can't beat Tyson Fury, he needs to hang it up. And me counterpunching this simply, I say it's up to him. It's his decision. And when he says that this is his last straw, I think that's him saying that he's going to hang it up. He's hitting retirement. But remember something. Wilder mentioned this before, and I think he dug a hole for himself when he said, hey, if Tyson Fury knocks me out in 2 rounds, right? In the second round, was it the second or the third, right? I think it was the second round. If he knocks him out, he would retire. He'd retire from the sport of boxing. And the worst thing you can do is actually speak it, believe it, receive it. So don't speak something amongst yourself or on yourself that could be possibly a reality. Okay, so that's like you're digging a hole for yourself. You're pre-stating your destiny. And I think that was a no-no with Deontay Wilder. I feel that Deontay should have kept those comments to himself. But I think he was trying to show the public and his fans that he was confident that he would win. But then he got stopped in the 7th. So it wasn't the 2nd. It was the 7th. So we have Wilder saying, hey, now, since I know that I've been defeated, since I know that I lost my first defeat, draw, loss, if I lose again, I can hang it up. Now, is he, you could read into it, you could reach a little bit and saying, well, that's him just acknowledging that he did take a beating in the second fight, which he claims he didn't hurt me at all. He claims that, hey, this guy didn't do anything to me, right? This guy was like, it was just this costume I was wearing and everything else that he could possibly make as an excuse for the defeat. However, with him saying, hey, this is the last and final straw, it's like, okay, if that was a misunderstanding or a technicality, the reason you lost and you didn't want that fight to lose, the third fight in your mind should be your first official loss if he feel that he didn't lose. Because see, here's Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder, he claims that he won the first fight. He claims that the knockout, there was a long count with Jack Reese, right? So then his fight gets stopped where he didn't want it to be stopped. So that's that. So if he loses again, he's out of the game altogether. It doesn't make sense to me. I think that, honestly, that him just wanting to quit the sport of boxing like that, you know, it's just, it just, I think it's premature. I think he could come back, but again, it's up to him. He has to want it, you know. But if he gets beat, he may just hang up the gloves. I hope he doesn't, because you will never see him get better. I mean, this time, this between the loss and the third opportunity, right, of him avenging his first loss, or should I say the first opportunity, I feel that even if he loses to Tyson Fury, he shouldn't stop, you know, because that just shows that he is a weak-minded person and he doesn't believe that he could get better in the sport. And if you don't believe that you can improve, you're only showing your maximum potential at where you're at. And where you're at wasn't very impressive. You just had a punch. You know, if Deontay Wilder loses to Tyson Fury, again, that's like Luis Ortiz only losing to him, right? You think Luis Ortiz is quitting after the first loss? So it shows a lot about the individual if he thinks that, you know, if he retires after he gets beat by Tyson Fury again. You've got beat twice by one person, okay? Even the draw is still by the same person. So, you know, you could fight other fighters to prove that, you know, where you stand in the heavyweight division. Don't just say, you know, fuck it and give up. You know what I mean? That's not really showing heart. In fact, that's not showing heart of a true champion. in my book. Okay, so that's my take on it. I think he can, though. I think he should stay in the game. If he loses, he should still continue fighting, like he planned, the next, 4 or 5 years. And then, see what he can do and see who he can defeat and see where he ranks amongst the heavyweight fighters of today. Okay? He was undefeated. He did reign for 5 years. Those are his accomplishments. He was labeled as the hardest hitting boxer in boxing history, right? That was, the claim. That was his attributes and stuff like that. He had many quotes and things of that nature. But then if you quit because if you took a couple losses, where does that show your championship spirit? But anyway, that's my take on it. You guys tell me what you think about Deontay Wilder hinting to retire from the sport if he loses again to Tyson Fury. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.